For many of you, you're just not tired enough yet. You haven't hit rock bottom. You're not desperate enough. You're not hungry and thirsty enough for it. And this is why you can't show up in the world of consistency. We get deeply immersed in the whirlpool of another version of ourselves every single day. For me, it's deeper than get up at 2 a.m. and grind. Because I can get up, get dressed, get in my car, get to the gym, and sit on my phone. And so really the question we have to ask ourselves is, are we implementing the information that we know? What we've written down, what we're listening to, what we know to do? Are we doing it? Are we implementing? Many of you are too ambiguous with your future. Not only are we not aware of who we are, but we have no idea where we're going and why we're going there. Once we get identity, our why and our where, our mission, our purpose. I do this thing effortlessly. I do this thing at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning. I can lose sleep. I can miss a meal. You can step out of my life and I'm just going to keep going. Hour that you climb out of the depression, walk out of this thing, run out of this thing, claw out of this thing, crawl out of this thing. But today you come out. Be on your track, execute, show up, forgive, love, build, create, believe. Try again. The question isn't, are you consistent? The question is, can you? A rewiring, a redirection, and a 180. That's the rate of learning. It's not about how much you can write down. It's not just about the conferences and the coaching. It's, are you going to follow through? When we've gotten off kilter. And I dominate in public. See, I think so. What if we can rewire that consistency? That as faithful as we have been to destroying our own lives, we could be that faithful to building something so beautiful and leaving a legacy. At the root and brunt of the blow of trauma and pain and agony lies a man or a woman who doesn't know who they are. And so every single day, they live vicariously through the lives of others. And they show up in the workplace, and they show up at home, and they show up in every room that they walk in. Every single day, another version of themselves, spiraling farther and farther from the place of grace and execution and confidence and courage and prowess and excellence. Whether you're walking, running, lifting, it's hard. Try again.